When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wished I was home. I wished I was back there where the things I've been knowing. Winter makes the tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly the snowflakes that fall, they have a meaning. Sprinkling the sea makes it all clear. I wish I was home. I wish. Oh, how I wish. I wish. Suddenly my world's gone and changed the shape now that I know where I'm going. It is sure to be good back home. And now I can watch my life growing. Oh, oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard for me to believe the things that I see. Tell us, should we run away? Should we try and stay? Or would it be better just to let things... Excuse me. I got a little carried away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Good morning, people. How y'all doing? Good morning, Princess A. Mocha Drop. Fraser Laurie. Sable Winters. Sable. All right, baby. That's a movie star name. Sharon Morrison. Cheryl Burnett. How y'all doing? Hi, Gwen. JJ. Pretty Things. Or is it Pretty Things? Excuse me. Thank you. People, I got to come on here and talk about this woman again. You know, Tasha K never had no problem beating the story to death, right? So she got to only expect that people are going to talk about her since she continually wants to be in the news. So the T is Tasha K then arrived back from Africa. I guess she went and planted all her coins over there. She bragged about planting money over there, but Tasha K is proving that she'll lie about everything because while she was over there, she said she was never coming back. Well, never coming back doesn't translate to 2 weeks later. You're back, right? So we can't listen to anything she says. She don't have a problem just making up stories, trying to deceive people, trying to keep people interested in this story, right? So she comes and makes a spectacle of now going into Chase Bank, which I told you yesterday or a couple of days ago. She ain't never had no money. She ain't had no money in Chase Bank. We already know that. Oh, my money's in Chase Bank. My money's in... Well, girl, everybody knows you ain't got no money in Chase Bank, right? But you cannot stop talking. So you bragged, you boasted of transferring $930,000 to Africa. That's the only one you boasted about, right? But we saw you jumping from country to country. So now the IRS in that tax bracket, that means actually you probably owe them something like $450,000 just on that amount alone, right? But you come back, you're making a big spectacle. She's coming out of the bank. I guess she got a camera person right in front of the bank. They all laughing and giddy. This girl is under a tremendous amount of stress because if you weren't under stress, Tasha K, you would have taken the time to press your blouse. You would not have one button up here and one button down there, right? You would not have wrinkled clothes going into a bank where you know you're going to be filming, right? So you're under stress. We can understand that. But you are back in Atlanta, Georgia now. So does this mean that you kept the apartment? Because rumor had it that you had moved out of your house and then you had sold your car and like you were severing ties there in Atlanta. So does this suggest then that you just went there to plant the money and come right back? Do you still have the small apartment that you moved into? I don't know. But if you think that we're not going to talk about it, girl, you've got to be out of your goddamn mind. Considering who you are, Miss Tasha K, you know this is going to be on everybody's lips. So you have decided to make a spectacle of yourself. And you go in there and say you're going to withdraw. She said, I'm going to withdraw. Here's my withdrawal slip. Here's my withdrawals. Can you done all that electronically, girl? You're going to go into Chase Bank and you're going to pull out $1,083, right? And just to kind of, I guess you feel like you're hurting Cardi B in some way. She don't care about 1,000, girl. She's looking into millions. Anyway, she said she's going to give the money away on this Sunday. So y'all go over there and y'all got to tell her what y'all need the money for. Just make up a bill. light bill, phone bill, whatever. Got a gas bill too. Telephone disconnect. I'm still waiting on my next paycheck, girl. You're going to get all these people riled up. You say you got 1 million subscribers to come and get your $1,000, girl. Now, everybody who got a brain knows that if you get a certain amount of traffic there, people are trying to get this money, then you make it up in views. So you ain't giving away nothing, basically, right? You don't have anything to give away, Miss Tasha K, right? So I guess Cardi's stance is, you said there's an appeal because Tasha K said no money's going to be moved until she gets through with her appeals, right? At the same time, Chase is given the information about what's in her bank. Cardi has not stopped garnishing our wages, or certainly she has contacted YouTube since Tasha K has now moved 80% of her business onto her personal website and or Patreon. So she's affected there. Let me not lose it. Hold on. God damn it. Lost my chain of thought. Anyway, so Cardi B is still pursuing you for the money. You are back here now. You say you're giving away the last remnants. You should have took that money for some pocket change, right? Because let me tell you something, girl. As long as that woman's got that judgment and your appeal is not, you say it's pending, but we don't believe it is pending because Cardi B and her attorneys have made a demand that you put up a cash bond, which makes totally good sense. A cash bond, I didn't realize how important that was. She said you put up the amount that you lost, $3.8 million, right? You put it in a bond, and that holds it in a bank. And if Cardi wins the appeal, or Cardi does not lose in the appeal, she gets the money. But if you win your appeal, you get the money. But it's out of your hands. We no longer have to follow you around the world, or around the country, around the globe, to try to track down your money. If you're going to appeal, is what she's saying, in order for you to appeal, you have to put up the money. The money has to be secured away from both of you. She can't touch it. You can't touch it. The appeal goes through, the decision made by the judge, automatically it goes to the winner, and we're done with it. Right? But you don't have $3.8 million, Tasha K. So you really don't even have an appeal. According to what I understand, you don't even have a legitimate appeal if they're requesting that you put up that money. When they went into Chase and gave the information, or she tries to attach the wages there, or she contacts YouTube, that tells me that that tells me, God damn it, I'm struggling this morning. What did it tell me, people? It tells me that she is not stopped. So your appeal, you said your appeal, you can't, nothing moves until your appeal is over. No, you got to pay for your appeal. My feeling, Tasha K, you're just a YouTuber, girl. No matter how big you are in your brain, and we understand that somebody gets a couple $100,000 in the bank, that they feel rich. It's at least coming from where we came from. A couple $100,000, you feel like you're rich. But what you've learned in this lawsuit is that even if Cardi B never gets a dime from you, she's already won because she's cost you $1 million. Right? She's cost herself that too. But according to the courts, she's not supposed to lose anything. Right? Because you also owe her $1.3 million in her legal expenses, which she should be reimbursed. That's the way it goes, Cardi B. You're the only one supposed to lose, girl. So I don't know what the next plan is. That plan there was, in that situation you're in, unless you're moving money, I don't know what would provoke you to take a vacation at this time in your life. Correct? So the question is, what's the next plan? What's the next scheme? Because you feel like you've been working hard and your numbers are good, and you got a fat paycheck from your website or whatever it is, and you want to go into Tiffany and buy yourself a little tennis bracelet. Imagine this now. Imagine looking up at the door and see Cardi B standing there. Right? Is that hard to imagine? Because she can do that, you know. She can garnish everything you touch until you pay her off. So she could also have bodyguards with her or just thugs she knows. Give me my bracelet, right? So you think you're going to go and be able to function here and spend money here like a normal person? Mm-mm. You go and try to buy a new car, Cardi B. Hold her there. I be right down. No. I be right down. Yes. No, I got 50 for you. Don't worry. Okay, 100. Every time you attempt to buy something, because this is all done electronically, girl, they're going to know. You definitely not moving into a house unless you're going to rent a house, right? So we don't know what the situation is with that house you had in Atlanta, how you're renting it out and all this kind of stuff. But that's still hers. She chooses to come and get it. So where you going to live? You going to live in a small apartment where someone else is across town enjoying the fruits of your labor? How many years would that be dragged out, Tasha K? You're not making smart moves here at all. I believe that in the beginning, even after you had refused to take these offensive videos down, which were packed full of lies, even though you refused to do that, which you should have done that because they were lies and you knew they were lies. You even admitted that you knew they were lies, which is what cost you really $4 million, right? You did it with malice, aforethought. Oh, I like that language, honey. Malice, aforethought. I mean, you thought of it before you did it, right? Even then, after that, even though you ended up in court and the court filings were already filed and all that, you still could have settled that case for maybe $100,000, $50,000. In the early stages, you could have, but no, you get kept on hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. Your refusal to take videos down. The court has to force you, damn near come in and arrest your ass to make you take the damn video down. And to prove what? To prove what, girl? Cardi B's audience is still just as strong as it ever was. You haven't accomplished anything. If you've done all this for clicks and views, YouTube views, oh, it was the biggest videos I ever had. Well, where's that money? What y'all think? Y'all see Cardi B? She out there in front of that place. Y'all notice that blouse? She had one button up here, girl. I said, girl. I said, Cardi B, did you even wash your face before you ran out there to that big girl? What was all that supposed to prove? Now you out another $1,000, and more than likely you need that $1,000, girl. You're showing out, right? And I don't know what the rules are. Why? What's with them stripes? Oh, I gotta close my window. Hold on a second. Don't be looking at my ass when I stand up. My stomach either. Stop it. Stop it. Stop looking at my stomach. Uh-oh. Oh, there's something else. They think they caught me. That's better. Let me turn the light up. What y'all think about this case? I don't think it should be ignored. I don't think people get tired of hearing about it. She's went through all this to resist, and now it's payment time. And so, yeah, I've been watching the story. I think it's very interesting. It's interesting not only for her but for all YouTubers, really, right? Because she's setting a precedent. Now, are the courts really gonna let you just say, "Fuck y'all, I ain't paying her shit"? Will it let you do that, girl? How you gonna make money going forward, Tasha K? If the woman, wherever she finds out where you are, which it doesn't take all that much, you're online. Damn, you got a website. Can't she attach that just as easily as attaching YouTube or any other endeavor that you're involved in? Isn't your husband also under a judgment for this studios you have, the business that you have? So they can't open up anything. Or you have to go to second cousins and third cousins now to try to operate until somebody tells where that money's coming from, girl. What are you going to do, Tasha K? Your method is not working. Mm-mm. You can't even file the damn appeal because they've made it plain that you have to put up the bond. The bond makes totally good sense because if they don't have a bond, Cardi B lawyers obviously not stupid. They're not idiots. They say, well, you've already announced and you've already proven that you're not going to pay her no matter what, right? So when you did that, Cardi B, and you announced that to the whole World Wide Web, that means that the lawyers can go into the court and say, listen, this woman has already said that she's not going to pay us. So she cannot appeal unless she puts up $3.8 million bond. The bond to be held by whoever, the courts or a bank. The bond to be held, right? So they don't have to keep going through this shit. If not, if you can't do that, girl, you have no damn, you don't even have an appeal. This is not a criminal case. Do y'all have any thoughts on this stuff? I made it time to enjoy the song today. Oh, baby. Yeah. Isn't that something? That Stephanie Mills, baby. I wish. Oh, how I wish. I wish I was home. Girl, you better click them African sandals, girl, and brought your ass back here to handle your business. You a damn fool for being out of town when your business is being held by other people anyway. All the time you was over there hiding, girl. All that time they over here working. I just don't believe that this system will allow you to make, you can't make money on YouTube, but you can go to make your private website, but we won't attach that money. It comes out of anywhere, girl. It comes out of your 9-to-5 job. You can't get no job nowhere. You're too stuck on this stuff, right? And you're too used to getting your money this way. But if she can keep attaching it, Cardi B, you're never going to pay that shit off. You should have come to her like a woman. Woman to woman. I messed up real bad. I'm sorry, but I ain't got that cash. You could have tried for a settlement even after all this went down. Even after the woman took you to court, you could have settled it. It wouldn't have cost you more than $100,000. You would have been inconvenienced for a few months. I think you're making over $100,000 at least, but you got to pay taxes and all that stuff. So you could have came to her, but no, you still want to be just the same nasty person, Tasha K. So what's the next plan, girl? What you gonna give us next? So we already prearranged a spectacle to drive people to your channel on Sunday. So do they all have to sign up for your website in order to join in on the party when you give away the $1,000? Have you thought this all the way through? Tasha K seems to think she's smarter than everybody, child. That mouth of hers is dangerous. That is the reason why the judge has ruled in favor of her putting up the damn bond. Why did the judge, ask yourself, why, after she's been talking about having an appeal since her original court date several months ago, why all of a sudden now the judge wants a bond? It is simple. Because of your goddamn mouth. You told those people that you are not going to pay her no matter what. So the court has told you, if you're going to have an appeal, you must put up $3.8 million. The total cost of the lawsuit now, we don't want to hear it. We don't care about your hopes and dreams. We want the money. The money will be secured. If you win your appeal, which is unlikely, if you win your appeal, you can have your money back. It's yours. But if you don't, there'll be no more discussion. Cardi B can simply go to her bank and withdraw the money. It's hers. Be quiet, Queenie dog. Oh, I left those lights on. Look at this new table I bought, child. Wait a minute. I ain't supposed to be buying no more furniture. Can you see it? You can't see it in the entryway. In the entryway, it's covered. It's like a gold. I think it's called, it's not an armoire. It's a, I forgot what you call the damn table. They usually go in your entryways. Anyway, it's gold leafed. It's got a marble top on it right there in the entryway. I left those lights on because I was messing with it. Isn't it gorgeous though? So I took that dress. It had another dresser there. I put it in the bedroom. Anyway, every time I say I'm finishing my apartment, I'm not buying nothing else. I've been saying this shit for over 30 years. And I'm not lying, honey. Everybody likes something, honey. Hey, Nicole Reloaded. How you doing? Yes, to tip Timothy Blaine, send him a cash app. Have loving kindness and mercy, honey. He out here buying furniture and things. I couldn't resist, child. I was in that place. I said, "Can you call me Uber?" That thing is too heavy going to Uber. I couldn't resist. She took her money to the homeland. Why'd you keep her ass over there? She said she gonna stay over there. She sold herself some new dresses. She has all her African garb now. She showed herself in about maybe 5 or 6 different dresses she had made over there, or relatives had made. I guess she did get a chance to visit with her husband's relatives and bond with them, right? But don't be going over there involving them people in your mess, child. They said we got enough problems of our own, Miss Tasha K. We don't want them damn investigators come over here fucking with us because you told us it was safe to put 50,000 in an account. Why you do this to me, woman? Why? You make problem. You make problem. So they're gonna be on Cardi's closest relatives as well. I mean, on Tasha's closest relatives as well. Mm-hmm. The lawyers are filed. They won't want that money. I don't know if Cardi B would have paid them. I don't think she would have paid them $1.3 million already. But that's what is implied when you win that as part of your suit. The person's supposed to pay your all of your legal expenses. That implies that she has already paid that money out. And now she's supposed to get it all back. It's not supposed to cost Cardi B shit because somebody lied on her. Right? So Tasha K thinks this thing is going to just go away. And it's never going to go away, child. Me, myself, I would have said, listen, I would have called her or had mediation. I would have said, listen, I know what I owe you. According to the courts, I owe you $3.8 million. My lawyers and I, we're willing to write you a check for $1 million today to settle. Do people settle after the judgment? Do they settle after the judgment? Usually the settlement is before you've been found guilty. So you don't have to go through the court, right? But after you've already won, I don't know what the motivation would be for you to settle now. But if she is real nice and kisses her ass, puckers up real good, and kisses her the rim of her asshole and begs her, I think that that woman would be settling today for one reason. Because Cardi B ain't got no $4 million. If you can give me a check for $1 million today. No, that's not even enough though, because the court cost, according to them lawyers the lawyers always win, right? And according to the lawyers, that's over $1.3 million. And she don't want to just get her court costs back. Hell, that would be fair to her. So I don't know. I don't know, honey. It wouldn't hurt to try. We don't know that they haven't tried. I'm sure they offered to settle before the girl won. Tasha and her husband are on the watch. Ooh. You better be watching. Every time you spend over $100, we look behind you, honey. You go into Hermes, buy you a new handbag, girl. Be looking over your shoulder. Make sure ain't no security there to come and grab your purse. I'll go up to the counter. Can I have that receipt, please? No, I'll take it. It belongs to me. She's spending my money. Y'all know Tasha K ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She believes that she is. I don't know what the hell her plan is, honey. She could have just shut up with that woman. She didn't even want to take the damn things, the videos down, even after she had lost the lawsuit. They had to force her to do that, child. And now they're forcing her to come up with all this money. In order for her to pursue her I know I just said this 3 or 4 times. I'm turning to Jay Wilson. Ooh, don't say that, Timothy. The power is in the tongue. Well, just saying. Since you already announced and showed these people that you're not going to pay the money, Tasha, the only chance you have at this point is to win an appeal, on appeal. If you have the best lawyers, you would have to outspend her. Then there's always a possibility of losing on a technicality, but the facts haven't changed, right? The only chance is to win on appeal that you have to pay out all this money, right? But Now you have run your mouth so bad that now they're demanding that you put the money up front. See, the money didn't have to be up front in the beginning. You were just ordered to pay the money. But now you have to put up the money first before we will even pursue your appeal. You already told them you ain't going to pay. It makes sense. It is the wise move. I don't know what this woman can do. I don't think Africa has a big enough audience for her to go move her whole operation over there and just talk to the Africans, because even if she is over, her money is locked up over there or whatever, her income is still coming from here. So it's still taxable by the United States, and it still has a judgment against it here. She can't never have no money in the bank. Now, a lot of people can't have no money in the bank. You know, a lot of people are nervous. They got old debts and all that kind of stuff. They hide. But she can't have no money. She can't have no job. She can't have no business. She can't own no property. Go to drag that shit on and on and on and on and on, girl. Well, maybe if you would have maintained your career, maybe in a couple of years, you would be at a place where you could pay that money. I only owe her $1 million, whatever. I'm almost out. I'm almost out, baby. Cardi B about to snatch that house and car. I think that she sold the car, didn't she? I think she sold the car and make sure it won't get taken. When she now she was going to Africa, but she lies about everything. We see that now because she said she was over there for good. She's never coming back and all that kind of everything she says is a lie. She said she's making documentaries over there. She says this, she says that. She said none of it makes any damn sense, child. Right? The woman is becoming unhinged. Anytime you can't even stop in a mirror before you leave the house, Tasha K, you're stressed out, girl. You are stressed out, honey. And come flying out of town, you giving away, you can't give away shit. You should be giving away $10. Right? If your money is tied up over in Africa some damn where, how you gonna access it? Electronically, easily traceable. I got the cousin. I got 3 cousins. I got the auntie. Oh, daddy got the mama over there. Don't get them people involved in your shit, girl. Aiding and abetting. Hello, hey Timothy, the Blade Man. Who is the Blade? I ain't the Blade Man. I ain't got no swords and things, child. Girl, they eating that woman up all over social media, child. Same thing, make you laugh or make you cry. What goes around come. Oh, baby, what goes around comes around. You put me down. Now you're the clown. Yeah. When people first started reporting on this shit, she's talking about, oh, they're trying to make me content. They trying to make me Why can't you be content? I mean, why is it that you can't be the content as opposed to the people that you annihilate on a daily basis, girl? Right? Jackie Wilson said, Jackie Johnson. Can she go back to court and plead insanity? Well, they said, well, we've already accepted that, ma'am, after the way you acted in court. We know your ass crazy. That's not going to help you with raising this money, because at this point, we're only interested in the money. Right? Now that bond has power, because after she puts that bond up and that money's locked in, then everybody get the wheels going again, girl. But then she got to start paying more lawyers. She said she paid over $900,000 in lawyer fees the first time around. Are you willing to do that again? Damn, them lawyers making good money, man. Right? They only make a couple of an appearance, and then 3 months later they make another appearance, and they file a few papers here, and that's worth $1 million. Whatever, it ain't my problem, honey. I wonder why she acted so silly. That speaks to her intelligence, Steve J. Right? From what I remember of that case, who's that black guy that was covering it blow by blow? She was damn near losing every step of the way. And then when she started running her own mouth, she only made it worse. By admitting that, yes, she knew what she was doing. She did it with malice of forethought, honey. I did it for the coin. I did it all for the nookie. Come on, the nookie. Come on. Talking about you're taking cease and desist and wiping your ass with them. Are you still wiping your ass with cease and desist, Cardi B? Or are you going to look at that a different way? All I'm saying is you brought this on yourself, girl. You certainly have brought this this bond on yourself. I've seen that myself. When they gave you the original judgment, you did not have to put the money up right away. You created that monster, right? By proving over and over and over again that you were not going to pay her, by moving assets, money, by moving out of your house, and I don't still understand the rent thing. By selling off things and not giving Cardi any money, you have told us and proven to us that you're not going to pay no matter what happens in court. That therefore we need the money up front in a bond. That's the bottom line. Hi, Linda Amos. Working but listening. Oh, you working, honey? Got you a job, girl. That's a blessing, honey. I bet you now she wish you had taken it down. Every night she cries herself to sleep. Right. And she probably could have settled the case even in the beginning for $50,000, child. A nuisance. Let's stop talking about me and stop making up lies and don't post some more videos about me. It's an agreement. Oh, no. She's trying to talk to you, woman to woman. I don't need your money now, but you gonna pay. You keep fucking with me. Cornell Stewart never got his. Cornell. Now, we don't know. I wish we had an update on that. Cordell Stewart never got his money from Andrew Caldwell. Okay. So how did that work out, Stevie J? I mean, it does make a point. Maybe that's where she's taking her cue from. Because Cordell Stewart, didn't he also win a couple $1 million? Andrew ain't got enough sense to know how to hide no money. And he ain't paid him. As far as we know. We don't know that he's not being garnished. We don't know. I doubt that Andrew is making the kind of money to pay anybody $4 million. But if the course, oh Lord, I knew it. There's a dog in the hallway. Ding dong, ding dong, ding 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 ding. Ah. Excuse me while I handle my child. Get it, bum over here. Ding 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 ding. When you hear some dogs out there, it's really bad, honey. He make it hard on daddy. What else going on? Anything going on today? Tasha K's the story, baby. She always wanted to. Some of these things that become these old sayings, right? They really are true, honey. Some of them are even written in the Bible, child. Same thing, make you laugh or make you cry. It's the exact same thing, right? It hurts to be the story. I don't know how she's got to figure out some kind of plan. There's got to be a plan because she's still engaged in social media. This is how she makes her living. And we can't blame her. Anybody you got a family to feed, all that kind of stuff, right? But she's got to figure this shit out. So I don't know if that antagonizing Cardi B, because I saw that last video she made last week. I'm not giving her nothing, all that kind of stuff, right? I saw what she said. I said, antagonizing the person who you're indebted to like this, I don't think that's a clever way to go about it, right? Because just like you try to turn up the volume, she has to turn up, but she has the much bigger knob to turn up the volume on you, Tasha K. How's it going to feel when somebody starts going through your closet in your little apartment and taking your dresses? We've seen examples of that even. I know the IRS does that shit. Remember how they did Red Fox? People of old tax money, they're taking down pictures off their wall, even though they know the pictures ain't worth shit. They're taking them anyway. That's how the IRS comes at you. They're hearing about you moving millions of dollars offshore and all this kind of stuff, child. It ain't looking wonderful, girl. And you need to leave Larry Reed alone. He ain't bothered you. Leave him alone, girl. You feel like, I'm hurt people hurt people. I'm hurting, so I'm gonna hurt somebody else. I'm gonna bring up these accusations. So now she's working with the other one, the ex-YouTuber. Is Whitehead done? Are we through with him? I ain't heard from him in a week. Has he had his 15 minutes yet? Or he gonna throw in something else on? Beware, watch and listen, people. Whitehead got to come up with another stunt now, or he's gonna fade into oblivion. It's hard to go back from all the attention he was getting over the last 2 months back to the 9 people. Talking to 9 people. How you gonna preach a sermon to 9 people? You draped in 40 and 50, $60,000 trinkets. Who gonna see him, honey? We can expect another stunt from him very soon. Andrew is selling wellness candles now. He's an arrogant little shit, isn't he? Girl, I saw him in the jewelry store, right? The way he acts. Now, we know the boy is, by his own definition, mildly retarded was his diagnosis at birth. We know he's got issues, with his intellectual issues, but he's so arrogant and so nasty to people. Go back and test it again. Test it again. Oh, I know that one's worth 100,000. All this shit, just arrogant, stupid. She done thrown stuff at people in restaurants. She cussed out all. So that was a very good question. Whoever answered about Andrew paying Cordell Stewart. Now Cordell might have just seen this boy as a nuisance, and he just wants him to shut his goddamn mouth concerning his life. Stop the lies is enough for me. Not because I couldn't use an extra. Well, it was his $2 million or $4 million too. Now that I couldn't use the extra $2 million, but that's gonna be like getting blood from a turnip, and I'm not paying nobody to go pursuing this fool for no $2 million. I just don't use my name no more. Period. And pretty much that's kind of the way it worked out, right? Andrew had to find some other people to lie on. Pretty soon, Whitehead is going to have a jail queens making him custom prison suits. He gonna have the jail queens. The jail ain't gonna let you wear nothing but their standard orange suit though. RJ Supreme, they don't have to plan his hair. That's the big thing. The queens and their big job is to plan his hair, and then to wash his underwear and socks by hand. That's like the role of the queen in prison. He been there before. Lord, you supposed to be quiet when you come out the pen, and don't come out here thinking you still trying to be Superfly. But yeah, he's gonna have to adjust to being back in oblivion again. We'll get another report from him abusing somebody or making a scene somewhere. I don't know what's going on in New York, but they've been having a rash of crime there. People being stabbed on the damn freeways, and what you call it, in the subway stations every day. Every time I wake up the last week, it's somebody else been stabbed on the damn thing. From Brooklyn to New York, so he may try to get himself somehow involved in that. He's been known to try to attach himself to big cases, big people. Right. He did go to the BET Awards. I guess the guy, what's the big guy's name? The big rapper. He took him to the give him tickets to go to the BET Awards. He dressed up just like a Christmas tree. That's what he wants. Fame makes a man look things over, makes his looks hard to swallow. Fame, 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 fame. Did y'all like my rendition of Home? She wish she was home. She made her way on back, child. Jumped right into the drama. So you got to realize when she act like she making a big deal, like she gonna give away $1,000. That's how all giveaways work, basically. More people come because they're trying to win $1,000, right? So that's another publicity stunt. It's worth $1,000. I wonder how many people she actually has paying a subscription on her website, though. That would be an interesting number. Just like it took a long time to get to 1 million on YouTube, it will take even longer than that because you don't have the audience. YouTube have billions of subscribers to pick from, right? The possibility of them seeing you when you're growing on YouTube. But when you're trying to do it just yourself, just a website, it's a whole different ballgame, honey. Yep, she's back already. She said last week, it wasn't but 4 days ago, she said she wasn't never coming back. So we can't listen to anything she say. The girl is falling apart. Baby, if she can get hold to YouTube money, she can certainly get hold to your website money or whatever money you have. That's how garchement works, honey. I can tell you the people through the years who have called me tell me that because of some old debt they had, that those people finally caught up with them and took every dime out of their bank account. They just cleared it out. They can do it twice. I think that they're allowed to do it twice. Whatever you got in there. People had to go and get accounts at credit unions and things. She better stop antagonizing people. Doesn't seem to bother her, though. She seems to enjoy that. She wants the numbers. No, baby, what goes around comes around. You put me down. You're the clown. Happy Friday, Nicole Reloaded and Elaine. How y'all doing? Those are the moderators, the faithful moderators. I should tip y'all, but now I done went into debt again buying furniture, girl. Don't worry, we'll handle that in a minute. Thank you, Fraser Lori. You like my haircut? All they do is zip, zip, zip. It's a blessing to have that curly hair, honey. You don't need no stylist. There's nothing on that withdrawal slip. Right, Sandra. You caught that too, huh, Sandra Mitchell? She's showing us the withdrawal slip and says she's going into the bank. Why would she have the withdrawal slip outside of the bank? No, she came out the bank and said, look, I got it right here. I got it right. But we don't know she took any money out of that bank. We don't know shit, girl. You lie about everything you say. And we don't know that when somebody wins that $1,000, that's not one of your cousins, girl, or one of your girlfriends. We've had some experience with that kind of behavior here on Beef Sector. Nothing is as it seems. 100K in Africa? No, she said she put 900 and something K in Africa. That's what she was bragging about. She was bitching because of the car she had to drive in. She said, they put me in this nasty car. I just deposited over $900,000 in the bank. And this is what they seeing. This girl, you're in Africa, honey. They're gonna be like, here, you're lucky they didn't put you in one of them Jeeps, girl. But them off-road driving. Or one of them raggedy ass buses, child. You think you're playing a game? I hope she didn't go over there and embarrass her husband. That's his family over there, you know. We hope she didn't go over there being the ugly American, honey. I've been to Africa. It ain't for the faint-hearted. Yeah, she was in the villages too, honey. She went. Some of her time there looked like they were at resort-type hotels, but some of it was the people where she seemed to know them. They were in like these villages with these shacks and stuff, no sidewalks, like the old pictures we used to see of Africa, right? So I guess she saw some of it all, but she wanted to film for whatever reason the poorest parts. She won't film that. I guess she's gonna make her a documentary now. She needs that cash bond, baby. Ain't nobody gonna lend it to her. Ain't no bank gonna lend her no money because she already told them she ain't gonna pay them back. You gotta watch your mouth. What comes out your mouth, child? When you go out there announcing that you don't pay people, you ain't gonna pay shit and all this stuff, you can't even borrow the money. I should check up on the house, see what's going on there. It's trickeration. You know, a lot of this stuff, her and Cardi are not coming up with a lot of this stuff. The lawyers are coming up with it. The lawyers know about putting up cash bonds and so forth. It's their ideas. They're paid to have these ideas. Right? So she's not just fighting against Cardi B. She's fighting against Cardi B team. Sang on the replay. I was Stephanie Mills' baby. She was better off using sign language. Oh my goodness, Jackie Johnson. She needs to shut her damn mouth. That tongue is dangerous. What did the Bible say about the tongue? The power being in the tongue. The power of life and death is in the tongue. That was so stupid. Be out here bragging about how you're supposed to pretend you were going to pay the debt, fool. You brought that bond on yourself. And since now everything is video, you know, so all of Cardi B's lawyers got to do is play the tape. And apparently now they really do use these things in court. They got big old screens in the courtroom. You know, used to have everything was eyewitness and testimony and all that. But now if you running your mouth on video, they play the video. Here's what she says she's not going to pay. So they came up with an easy way, because they're not there do this shit every day. Here's how you are going to pay. And if you're not going to pay, you're not going to have an appeal. And she has every right to garnish any money you come across until she's paid, which will probably be the rest of your life. Because it's going to be real hard for you to get up and go to work every morning, Tasha K, when you know you're not going to get paid for it. Money's very important to you. When you realize that every dime you make is going to Cardi B, you're not going to want to participate. So the next move, you're going to try to just freeze it up and not make no money. Who lives on no money? It is a cautionary tale. CB and not TK. I keep saying TCB and not oh shit. LA Fabulous. I'm 64 years old. So ask your parents what it's like, honey. Yes, you are right. Sometimes LA Fabulous. I look back at the replay sometimes and I say, God damn, why I just said that woman, I mispronounced the person at least 6 times in every video. So have patience, show loving kindness. Show your uncle loving kindness, honey. Just say, Daddy, he's just old. He's just old. That's okay, Daddy. That is okay, baby. When I'm with my friends who are my same age, I say, oh, so Timothy, you're not a unique person. We do a whole lot of, what was I talking about? Put some roots in her butt. She couldn't stay away. She had made her announcement. She's staying there and was back less than 2 weeks. It wasn't about 10 days later. She's back here, right? So you don't listen to anything she say. It's all manipulation, honey, to keep the story going. Long as she keeps the story going, people are going to know that she got a website and here's what it is. You'll notice that when she comes on YouTube, usually the videos are just little short clips directing you to come over there. I guess a lot of big people now are doing podcasts, but that's a whole different ballgame than YouTube. YouTube has huge audiences. Okay, I'm way back now. I is way back. Mr. Whitehead was at the BET Hip Hop Awards. Yeah, Big Joe. What's his name? Fat Joe? Fat Joe brought him there. He told us that on the night that he appeared there. Fat Joe was one of the few people who actually had compassion for him and had him on his show without it being derogatory or prejudiced. So apparently their friends there. It's not unusual. You grow up in a community. Some people are going to become. Some people are made of plastic, and some people. You never know who's going to be a movie star, who's going to be a rap star, who's going to be the mayor or whatever. That lady Vivica Fox, her family lived a block from me when I lived in Indiana. I mean, she grew up with my sister, right? And she's a pretty big celebrity, black celebrity. You don't know. So he's in Brooklyn and in New York. So you can know a number of people, particularly those rapper types that he seems to be attracted to. So yeah, Fat Joe knows he was giving him it would be a huge thing for him since he likes to hang around with rappers and talk like rappers and look like rappers, except he can't rap. Apparently. Draped in upholstery fabrics, hot as hell. 120 degrees, girl. You out there, got the ceremonial scarves on, all covered your body, girl. Sleeves on, and you goddamn big ass upholstery fabrics on, girl. I'm hot. It's hot here. It gotten hotter. I want to take off all these clothes. You better not take them. Look at what's that? Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, customer services. Uncle Tim, I hate to change the subject, but click over and look at Jay Wilson with them fat arms out. Ooh, I've seen them, girl. Just pudgy. Just no form or shape or nothing like that. And she's eating a lot lately. Every time you go on there, you'll hear her smacking. That's why she's not on camera, because she's eating. Remember that she defines herself as a person with a eating disorder. She's been taking them fat burners and them appetite suppressants. But like with most drugs, eventually they won't work for you, right? They're wearing off. You've got an immunity to them because you use them so much. You overused and abused them. So she's eating again. So she's gonna be blowing up. So let's go over here and take a look at the. Oh, I can't do it here. She's blocked somehow or other. She's blocked on Apple, but not blocked on my other computer. Let's take a browse and see. He's always good for content. That Jay Wilson. You could always depend on Jay Wilson for some good content. You say, Lord, that man's a fool. Okay. Oh, he got another one on. Lord have mercy. I thought he was talking about the colorism. Oh, he made two of them since then. Okay. 4 days ago. Hold on. Where is the one? 14 minutes ago. Let's see them fat arms. Oh, she got that blouse on again. This is her new version of the light skin blouse. Hold on. Come on, boy. Ooh, wait a minute. I gotta get that suck in. Wait a minute. Hold on. Suffering succotash. She's sucking on that bottle. Is she getting paid by that bottle company? She is so convinced that having ice in a water bottle is doing something. What's it doing? I don't like water. I don't like where you can any sugarless drink is the same damn thing. Is Steva. Look at them arms. She thinks she's styling, child. What happened to your black beard? I thought your beard was all black. Look at them fat ass arms, girl. But he'll put them up like he's really showing you muscle or something. He said, "Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing." With them squishy ass arms, girl. There's a guy on here. His name is Thais, and I guess it's Thursday nights, and he shows all these. He likes black men, right? And his audience does as well. But they like these muscle-bound men, and they'll show you these men with these washboard stomachs. He likes to show the pictures of these men in this after-hours type of a video that he does on Thursday night. Thais. Anyway, these guys, I said, my God, how can that be a person's body? These chests and these arms and all this muscle, and then all the way down to even the legs, baby. Some of the models that he chooses, girl. That's what a body is. It's not like him, When he came on, he was advertising. He was advertising Cash App Palooza, right? And he would do like that, girl. Oh, so the arms are coming back. Is that what the point was? I think. I don't know why this computer is like that though. It will. I will block. I got mad one day. I get mad all the time with him. When, like now she's talking about colorism. Anyway, she's the last one I need to hear her commentary. But I blocked her on this computer. But Apple will not let me unblock it. Now I know there's got to be a way for you to unblock somebody, but he's not blocked on my other computer. Usually, if you're blocked on one, you're blocked on all because the block is coming from YouTube. But more. Oh, that's right. That's right. When she was working with that boy, that white dude, talking all that shit about my personal business, I blocked her then. I was fearful that I would get on a plane and go kill her. But now it seems that same person who she thought was so amusing, I didn't tell him. I didn't have nothing to do with you. He go take that check. He go take that check. Remember all that drama she had, girl, all about my Social Security, which is secured by the United States government until the day I die. But she thought that was so funny, right? That was so amusing that I would be upset about it, right? This child's over there. He's given up his current job, his address, all of his formal work. He has doxed him on every way you can be doxed. He got his picture all up on his page. What's that? I don't even want to say his name. But I said, well, why aren't you laughing about it now? Right? Because you really do have something to lose, nigga. He won't respond to him because he's afraid of people going to call this temporary agency where he's supposed to be doing a residency for, right? How he lost the first damn job. Now they got this God help me not say that name. That dude over there is posting the agency that he works for. That will cover any job assignment he has. But why aren't you attacking him, Jay Wilson? You ain't said a goddamn thing about him. He doxing everything about your life, honey. It ain't funny now. Same thing, make you laugh. Oh, thank you, the real RJ. With your dance, was it a dancing pair? Is that my body, a real RJ? Mm-hmm. It might be, honey. Mm-mm. The fat arms are back with the same 1962 shirt. Girl, she got that. He been wearing all these shirts lately, right? But now he's starting with this damn thing with the cutoff arm. This boy is delusional. He's delusional. He actually thinks he has muscles. He thinks that bigness is equate with muscles. Now, I was trying to tell you about the pictures that Tyson will be showing. These guys are cut. They have muscle. It's all muscle. It's not just squishy fat. Like them goddamn ankles, girl. Show us them ankles, Jay Wilson, if you want us to believe. Because we show us them ankles, that'll tell us how much weight you're actually carrying around, right? When they squish down like elephant tusk, girl, that tell us that you're still big, right? Perhaps these fat burners and appetite suppressants, they take the weight off of your face first, because that's the only thing they're really certain that you have lost is your face. You haven't really showed them anything else that you're supposed to be so proud of. Now he said he's at, I'm at 208 pounds. I'm at 208 pounds. I said, well, show us you got 208 pounds, girl. Oh, I got about 10 more to go. 10 more to go. So on the day that you get 10 pounds less, you may not want to push that too much further, Jay Wilson, right? You're looking rather sickly, girl. Don't lose it too fast, honey. Starving yourself. But I don't think you're starving yourself no more, because I definitely hear food, right? You have an eating disorder. You said it yourself. Just like you take a sleeping pill for certain, after a while, at first, you take your pill, you sleep in a half hour. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's perfect, right? And then after taking that pill for a few months, you realize that it's not putting me to sleep the way it used to, right? Some people get hooked on street drugs. It ain't doing what it used to do. I need 3. Then you're hooked on pills. I need 4. Somebody need to tell them, put your blouse back on, girl. Ain't nobody trying to look at no 55-year-old bitch anyway. We don't want to see your old ass, girl. There's too many men here with real muscles. I want muscles all over his body. I don't care if he's young or old, just as long as he's beautiful. I just need something I can hold on to. Not you, nigga. I heard food in the background as well. Listen, pay attention to him. You'll hear him. And when he goes black screen, that's one reason. That's because he's eating. He don't want y'all to see him eat. Pop that belly and drain all that fluid out, girl. Maybe he's on water pills as well. You know, a lot of that fat be for all that water. He's bloated. He could be on water pills too. When he brought the pills up, he brought 12 bottles of pills he was taking each day. 9 in just appetite suppressants. Imagine. He's having a sandwich and chips and maybe 3 ribs on the side. Throw a little small piece of fat back on there, girl. He couldn't contain it last time. It got out of control, child. And he blew up to damn near 400 pounds. So it looked like he's on his way again. So he can go like a seesaw if he wants to. Plus, there's the fact that at 55 years old, it ain't gonna come off like it used to, right? You can't, not for any period of time. If you have an eating disorder, you love food, you are foodie or food urchin, you can only do that for so long, right? So here's the trick for Jay Wilson. He's got to trick one of these people on Grindr. He got to do the same thing he did with Mark. He's got to trick him in, lock him in, right? Start calling him your partner and all this shit, right? And then immediately after he locks him in, he feels comfortable, he goes right back to eating. We've seen it. He just needed, okay. Chicken noodle soup and a soda on the side. He said, oh, it's sugar-free. It's sugar-free. Yeah. It got to get that sweetness in it. There's nothing special about a bottle of water, girl. It's just a bottle of water with some little goddamn sprinkles in it, bitch. What the fuck is that? She makes a big old deal out of that. Oh, I got all of her, these people who follow her. I got my bottle. Jay Wilson. You see, I just put a little lemon flavor in it today. Girl, just go to the store and buy you some of that clear shit, child, if you want to pour it in there. But it's the same damn thing. Ain't no but sugar water. Stevia water. Colored water. Ballerina? Who is a ballerina? Oh, Lord. Who is the ballerina? She said she's going to give y'all some more rap music. Anything to stay online, honey. What was the subject? Oh, I'm over time. I can't go into it. They're talking about this colorism stuff. Same old stuff comes up over and over and over against Black people. You know, we go through that. I was so dense, though. I never even knew that was an issue. Because the people in my family, they're so diverse in color. I never thought that was the issue. I thought black is just black. But apparently some people don't feel that way, honey. And we know we've got plenty of examples how light skin does not mean that you're pretty. There, a couple of names come to mind, but we won't go into that. You could be any color and be beautiful, honey. Okay. All right, people. I don't run my mouth enough. Let me sing my song one more time. Suddenly my world's going and changed its shape. Now that I know where I'm going, it is sure nice to be back home. I'm ready to be growing. Y'all have a good, what's the day? Oh, it's Friday already? God damn. Thank you guys for the super chat. I appreciate you. Later, people.